give me a count.
I'll watch your phone right there so you don't knock it over.
And welcome in, folks. We're here at the second half of our doubleheader, live at the Pac-12 Shootout, SLC Game of the Week. The second game features host UCLA against Washington, University of Washington. And earlier today, we had a chance to catch up with JB, head coach at UCLA, and share some thoughts on the Pac-12 Challenge. Let's hear what he had to say. Chris Malone was able to catch up with him. So we'll hear from JB right now.
So Coach Bagley from UCLA joins us. He's in charge of putting on the Pac-12 Shootout. I'm going to call you JB since I know you pretty well. And so, Coach, what are, you've done this now 6-7 years. Has it been, have there been challenges? What do you like about it? I mean, obviously, the Pac-12 Shootout keeps coming back here every year. So kind of fill us in on, how you go about making this happen for the Pac-12 teams.
Well, we have had this, I guess this is our 7th year here. And all but 1 year we've had very, very nice weather, which I think is why the teams like coming back here every year. 1 year we had a mud fest and we had to swamp through a couple games over on our old IM field. Now we have a turf field over there, so we're able to have these games no matter what the weather will be. But in general, El Nino withstanding, we've had a real good year here of weather, and we've had it for the last few years, which is nice.
So weather in Southern California is the big draw. I know, being the former coach at Arizona State, coming here a number of years, we loved it. It was a great trip for us, and very organized. So, from a former Pac-12 coach, I want to thank you for having this weekend because I know all the teams really enjoy coming here, and hopefully this is an event that takes place year in and year out. Fast forwarding to your game today, you guys got the University of Washington. You've had 2 games so far this season. What are you looking for out of your guys today to get the W?
Well, we got to change things up a little bit, so I had to shave the head, get ready for the game. We just need physical effort for 60 minutes and to play, cohesively. I think we had 35 turnovers in our Concordia game, and it's kind of hard to survive with 35 turnovers. So we've had a couple key injuries that other guys need to step up and take those roles of leadership and get the ball in the back of the net. So, we look forward to this game. Definitely, we want to put last weekend behind us, but Washington's a good, solid team, and it's going to be a dogfight. So,
besides cutting the head, any other adjustments that you've made? Maybe any lineup changes? Any changes that you've made from after your first 2 games, heading into Game 3?
Every week. We have a short squad and we have a young squad, so we definitely have moved quite a few guys around. We have some middies playing attack playing mid.
And we're live here, folks, at the Pac-12 Shootout, start of the Washington-UCLA game. And Coach Malone.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's second game, and I'm a rookie. Good chat you had with JB there earlier about the event itself and outlook. I don't think we got to hear the outlook for UCLA today, but we did hear some good stuff on the event and how it's going and so forth.
Yeah, Coach Bagley's done a great job organizing this weekend. It's the 7th year having it here, Pac-12 Shootout, and I was a part of this weekend for a number of years, being the former head coach at Arizona State. We loved coming out here, first trip of the year, get 2 quality games in. Nice facilities, extremely organized.
Right.
So hopefully it will continue to be here.
Yeah, and that's important when you run an event. A lot of times you don't get the praise that you deserve. Number one, and number two, it's a tiring effort. You want to take care of the teams properly and so forth. So, done a great job, and we're happy to be here.
Good action so far. UCLA wins the first face-off of the game. Huskies calls the turnover but ran out of bounds, and now here we go with the Bruins. Get one early. Looks like it's going to be number 25, Tyler Miller.
On the board.
Or was it number 11, Nicely?
Hard to say. I'm
my head was
adjusting.
down for a
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm adjusting my technology here.
I'm going to go with number 25, Tyler Miller.
I like it.
Second face-off. Here we go. Scott for the Bruins is going up against. Looks like number 14 from the Huskies, Iba. And there's Scott with another ground ball. He had 67 ground balls last year.
67.
Already comes up with 2 on the day. Seems like he's just a workhorse. Both of these teams lost a number of players from last year. UCLA's lost a couple more. Guys like Rowan, Keene, Hodgson, Sam Moran, May. Berger was a great defender for him last year. All-conference player. They got some big shoes to fill. They're 0-2, starting off 2016, looking for their first win. Huskies have lost Cheeseborough, McDermott, Milner, Pazinski. Looking to fill those shoes with some newcomers. There's a shot there by Goodrich. Just bounces a little bit high. Good possession, though, by the Bruins. Good possession here, just being patient, moving the ball around. There's a look inside. Good ground ball, and that's their guy right there. I hope I'm pronouncing his name properly. I'm going to call him Neasley. He might have had the first one of the game. Definitely just had the second one of the game. And picks up the loose ball. Nice spin move. Takes a nice shot. I expect to see more of him throughout this game. And the Bruins are up 2-0. 2:11 to go in the first quarter here. Sorry, 12:11 to go in the first quarter here. Bruins are up 2-0. Huskies are looking for their first offensive possession. Yep.
A lot of distractions with trying to be a good host and involved, so good start for the Bruins.
Good ride by the Huskies there. Got Anderton bringing the ball over the midfield line.
Technical difficulties down there with Lewis. Are you all right, son?
Don't hurt yourself. This is a non-physical job.
This is supposed to be the contact-free zone here. And shout out to Lewis and Ted pulling a doubleheader for his TVX video crew here in force at this 9th annual and 7th time UCLA Bruins have hosted the Pac-12 shootout. Folks, if it looks sunny, it's because it is. It's probably gone down to 82 now here at Westwood, campus of UCLA Bruins. And if we can do this right, Coach, we're going to hear from the guys at Tilton Flow.
All right.
Over there. I'm going to try to Skype them in if we can. We'll see if technology is on our side today.
Huskies get a good defensive stop here. Bringing the ball over is number 1, Sotero. And I don't know how accurate these numbers are that we have because I believe Sotero is showing here that he's a goalie.
That's not right.
Nope, because that was a long pole. That was a close defender.
Well, that's the roster Coach gave us before we started, so That's the one we're going with. We got a stoppage here. It was a technical foul, 30-second penalty on Washington.
I have a feeling that was Medzigian, who had 39 ground balls for the Huskies last year. That is his number. That was Medzigian.
Okay.
Satoru's in the cage.
Good update, Coach. Good grab there.
Yeah, Bruins on the man up. Unforced error there. A little too tight. Group was a little too tight. Got jammed up. Huskies were able to get some pressure on the hands and force the turnover. That's a little clear here. I like the way Dak is running. He's showing some good wheels, good strength and energy. See what the Huskies can do on this possession. Down 2-0. They're going to have to kind of give their defense a break here and really work the ball around, let everyone get a touch. Bruins are pressing out. I don't know if this is the game plan by Coach Bagley and his staff, but the Bruins are pressing out right now. And
seems a little early, but maybe that's, like you said, could be a strategy that they're going to use today.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if they end up doing this each possession or if this is just kind of a one-time deal. But here's Gardner. Essentially, the Bruins are forcing the Huskies to go to the goal. And so the UCLA goalie, Liebes, is going to find himself having to make some stops here. Good little two-man game behind the cage. Good switch by the Bruins. Good defense. Good defense by Sleeman. And there's our guy, Dak.
On cue.
Nice overhand shot to the far pipe. Gets by Liebes. 2-1. Love the possession there by the Huskies. Took their time, didn't panic, moved the ball around. UCLA applied some good hard pressure.
Sorry, Coach. 8:38 in the first here, that goal. 2-1.
Yeah, I was just going to say the Huskies kind of found their matchup, and Dak took advantage of it, and there he is, goal number 1 of the day for him and the Huskies. And here's a face-off win by number 14, LaRoche. And we're all square on face-offs, 2-2 for each team. If I'm Coach Serchiara from the Huskies, I'm getting Dak back on the field if I can. He's kind of the Energizer bunny for these guys early on. Good pickoff by Liebes, easy clear, good wheels here by number 27, Robertson. Way to create an advantage in transition. Off the pipe. Robertson, good job last year picking up 54 ground balls. Found himself off to the races there off the pickoff from Liebes. And here we go with the Bruins. Up 2-1. The second midfield out there. Nicely is their guy, number 11. Is the ball going to stay in? Unfortunately not. And that's just one of those where, the attackman number 8 for the Bruins, Muller's just got to come to the ball.
Right.
It's a long pass. That was a long pass. It's probably about a 20-yard pass. And just don't really want to see 20-yard passes, maybe 15 or less. Good ride, though. Good ride by Moeller trying to get it back. Unfortunately, kicked it out of bounds, but still a good ride, and see if they can do it again. Get a good double team here. And there it is. Ball's loose. They get it back. Brothers with a great GB. Yeah, get the ball to this man. He's your guy. It's a good matchup there. Another unforced error, unfortunately. As we all know, we got to catch and throw out here. Take care of the rock. Goodrich is going to slow it down a little bit, take his time, move the ball around.
Hello. Hey.
Good shot. Good shot by Miller. That's the second of the day. He's not afraid. Just good hard righty dodge down the alley, shoots the ball overhand right through the 5-hole of Sodero. Good possession, good patience. Bruins are coming out hot, 3-1 here. Scoreboard's not that big for us, but I want to say it's around the 6:30 mark. And there's another GB for the Bruins off the face-off. Trey Scott's doing a tremendous job up there for him. It's his third or fourth ground ball of the day. Here we go. The Huskies decide to press out themselves. Great ball movement by the Bruins. Good save. Got ourselves a flag down. Off the ball. Could have been a high hit, might have been a late hit. But the Bruins with great ball movement. I really liked what I saw out of Moeller. Moving that ball to Neasley behind the cage. And Neasley finding his teammate number 33, McGill, wide open for a shot. And Sodero just comes up with a nice save.
Interactive right now. As Chris Malone is on with our friends at the Lac Sports Network there. I think he thought his attackman would be down that low wing, but good hustle here by number 1. UCLA ball out of bounds.
We're doing well here, Chris. Thanks for having us on. Matt Holman is actually going to continue to broadcast the UCLA Washington game as I sit down here with you guys. Yeah, it was a great game, start to finish. The Sun Devils got up early, 5-2 at the end of one. I don't want to say put it into cruise control, but
you can hear Chris Malone here is on with our friends over there
I think the leadership by guys
Tilt and
like
Flow
Finn Wells,
on the
had a big day for the Sun Devils, having 4 goals. And
Lac Sports
Adam
not
Beachel had 3,
LacSports.net channel, excuse me.
Put in 1 himself, so a lot of action out of the midfielders from Arizona State. But just a great
Timeout
game.
at 4:17 to go
like
in the
way
first.
Both teams played. Oregon State doesn't have anything to feel bad about. I think it's a good start for them, and they know that they got their conference games later on here in the season. But I think both teams got off, or should be happy. Oregon State should definitely be happy about the way they played it.
And we're back, and that audio you hear right there is Coach Malone talking on the Tilton Flow, doing a check-in from there. We're going to listen in on him. You're only getting one side of the conversation, but we'll listen in so you don't get double audio here. Tilton Flow guys back in Boston, trying to peek out at our weather here. They're jealous. And Kevin Rowan, thanks for the update on the Slyman pronunciation. Appreciate that.
20-0, if I'm correct. I didn't see much of the game. We got to the field around 11 o'clock, and I think at that time they already had 16 or 17 goals. I know they had a tough loss on Thursday night to Utah. I believe that game went to double overtime, 7-6. For them to be able to bounce back and get a comfortable lead early on, and then get everybody in, that's going to be huge for them going into tomorrow. They play the Sun Devils tomorrow, who just had a 60-minute battle. So I like to think that Trojans are probably going to have a little advantage going into the game tomorrow against the Sun Devils in terms of their health.
And Chris Marshall was asking the outlook there on USC for tomorrow. You heard Coach Malone's answer, so that should be a good game. That's tomorrow at 1 p.m. USC ASU SLC battle.
Well, yeah, the Lax Cats. Well, we're not. That game's actually being played on another field. There's two fields here, two games going on at once. We're on the main field. They're on a side field. But look, the Lax Cats got a win over Utah Valley. I believe, right? Utah Valley on last weekend after Utah Valley beat Grand Canyon. So I like to think, and they're winning right now, so I like to think that Coach Pedrick's feeling really good about what his guys are doing. They always have a number of players, so they don't lack in the bodies department. They always have a number of guys, and they're athletic. I had Arizona on my schedule every year. I was at Arizona State, and you knew it was going to be a good game, and so I'm hoping the Lax Cats can kind of have a breakthrough season this year. It's been a while. They're due to get back to the MCLA tournament.
As UW goes 2 men down.
Tough trip.
One guy for a minute, second penalty's 30 seconds. 3:32 mark. The score is still 5-1 UCLA.
Rules are out early. I think there's been a couple goals since we've had shot. 5-1 right now, Bruins. We're still in the first quarter, so Coach Bagley's got his troops ready to play. They got to I think Chris might he's been around. He's got Bruins are up 5-1. Good action.
Another penalty here on Washington coming up. They're going to go down 3. We'll get the time on that for you. And that was kind of neat. We had a little check-in with the Tilton Flow guys back in Boston. And to get you caught up where we are, Coach, we are at Washington's down 3 men. 3 men. This third penalty, it's at 2:42. That third penalty was also a minute, so there's probably about 15 seconds left on the 30-second. About 45 on the minute, and then a fresh minute just got added to it. So
Can you keep all that together?
yeah.
That's a lot of laundry's being thrown out here.
Yeah.
When I was off the air for a few minutes.
Couple of late hits, and the kids were playing hard. I don't think it was malicious. Yeah. As you see, a good save there. Yeah.
Great save by Sodero, but Neasley coming up with a GB and moving it right away, having his head up, finding his open teammate. It's the name of the game. You pick up a ground ball in the offensive end of the field, take advantage of it, pick it up and move it. Find somebody. Like right now, they should be moving the ball, and there you go. Move it again. You're probably going to find somebody open. There's your shot. Number 33 for the Bruins. That's McGill. Like I said, I've missed the last few minutes of this game.
Oh, you caught up quick.
I don't know if that's his first or if that's his second. I don't know if you're keeping track of the other goal scorers or not.
I dropped your score on you. I did do that. I'm sorry.
So score 6-1 right now, right?
6-1.
And that's the
Minute
first goal that
57.
I've seen McGill score.
Minute 57.
So, minute 57 to go in the quarter.
Yep.
Nice overhand bounce shot to Sedaro's far side, or offside. You're going to shoot from 15 or 16 yards. There's nothing wrong with taking the bounce shot. Tough to read sometimes for goalies.
Waiting for a late comer here on Washington. No reason to give him a penalty.
So we got LaRoche
W is
going
still
against
down.
Trey Scott.
Excuse me, Coach.
Sorry.
Washington's still down one player. So you see the open wing on the face-off here, the new rules.
Trey Scott with another GB. The guy has been all over the ground balls. I said it earlier, the guy picked up 67 ground balls in 2015.
That's a lot of ground balls.
That's a lot of GBs. And he probably has 5 or 6 today in the first quarter. So he'll be in the double digits on ground balls.
That just tells you got a hustler. You know, guy does the little things.
Yeah, loves his role. Does it as best he can. Doesn't need to be, scoring goals. Once he gets his team's possession, give him a chance to get the ball in the back of the net. Huskies pick up a huge ground ball right there while man down. Take the air out of it. You're coming up on the 1 minute marker at 1:05. Huskies down 6-1. Gonna definitely want to make sure that when this quarter ends, you either get a goal or you have the ball on offense.
Right.
You don't need the Bruins getting another offensive possession. Got to move off the ball. Right, I said in the first game, can't stand and watch. You got to move off the ball. Too much standing. Got to move off. There's a shot. Leave us all over it.
Straight on shot. He's the goalie. Just
Yeah, just a high-to-high
pitch and
shot.
catch, high to high. Yeah, you don't want that.
Got to change up the plane. So we're under 20 seconds now. Gonna have a push on the Bruins. Quick whistle here. Maybe the Huskies can get an easy one. There's a cutter. Can't find him.
Didn't see him. Yeah.
Now he finds him. Shot got deflected. Levis is going to Gilman it, and that's the quarter. So at the end of one. 6-1 Bruins.
Host up 6-1 at the end of the first. We're going to take a quick break, reset, and we'll be back, folks. Folks, big shout out to our game sponsor, doubleheader game sponsor, I should say, Israel Lacrosse, proud supporter of the SLC Game of the Week. Team Israel is looking for Jewish lacrosse players who are ages 18 to 26 to participate in the 3rd annual lacrosse birthright trip this June. Limited to 40 spots, this trip is completely free, includes round-trip airfare from New York to Tel Aviv, and these spots are going fast. If you are a Jewish lacrosse player, do not miss this opportunity of a lifetime. Register now at www.israellacrosse.com. www.israellacrosse.com. And we're back here, start the second period. And Chris Malone, you were checking in with the guys at the Tilt and Flow show. We heard one side of the conversation. We kind of could make out the questions, but what did you update the crew on back there?
They're just checking in on the games here and with the Pac-12 shootout, having 2 fields going on, and we're obviously on the main field, and then we have another field, and just checking out on the plays, and also wanted to kind of get a summary of the Arizona State, Oregon State game. So
Nice.
enjoyed talking to those guys. I've been on air with them now for probably 3 or 4 times, and they're doing a tremendous job. And great having a channel that is all lacrosse all the time.
Right. And kudos to them for reaching out to the MCLA, and obviously they, and I'll say it again, took our staff big time.
They take our staff.
Folks,
Took our staff.
They took our entire broadcast team except for our next. They're coming for our production crew, so I'm holding on to Ted and Lewis pretty closely here. But we wish them well. Margot and Trey and Chris Marshall, we wish all you guys well. But our loss is their benefit there at the net, sports net, and we're glad that they're doing well and happy to check in with Chris Marshall and on their broadcast that they do. So once again, folks, we are live here at the Pac-12 Shootout, the 9th annual of the event, 7th time UCLA has hosted it here, and we are watching host UCLA in the blue against Washington in the white. Start of the second period, 13:35 in the second period. Host UCLA up 6-1. Matt Holman alongside Chris Malone. We are here to help you, educate you, call the game. If you tweet at us, we'll try to get back to you. If you give us a live feed, you can chat room with us on the live feed. We're trying to monitor all these sites, and we'd love to hear where you're watching from, how far away everybody's tuning in from. Let us know.
Huskies starting off the second quarter better than they did in the first. Good long possession here. Good look backside, tough to handle. I like the look. Just got to put the ball in his ear. They've kind of just settled down, taking the air out of the ball. That's what they need to do. We got a score update here for everyone. Arizona is taking on Cal, and Arizona leads 8-3 in the fourth quarter.
Well, that answers that question, Chris. We were wondering how they would come out, and
Yep.
so far Arizona's done what they're supposed to do. Beat UVU their first game, and now they're here against Cal.
Yeah, getting off to a great start. Great save.
Oh, beautiful save.
Great backside look, and Levis comes up with a great save. Shoot the ball high to low, not high to high.
High to low. Take that.
Attackman.
There's another one. High to high.
You're in that position. Got to give Levis credit for getting over that from pipe to pipe. Don't make it easy on him. Shoot the ball high to high. Yank it down. Use your wrist. Pull down.
Shout out to Husky fan Xavier Freener, if I pronounce it right, tuning in, watching the live broadcast there. Good to hear from you, Xavier. And folks, you can tweet at us anytime you like. Send us a tweet at SLC Lacrosse. Love to hear from where you're watching.
Good ride by the Huskies. I don't know where the whistle. Why don't we have a whistle? Oh, sorry. Bagley calls it. Coach Bagley for the Bruins calls a timeout.
Ah,
Smart
that's the confusion. Okay.
Smart timeout. Everybody was confused.
Had me a little confused too.
Smart timeout. Defender's in trouble. You're up 6-1. You got 2 timeouts left. Might as well use one.
Yep. 11:37 mark of the second here. Another shout out to our day sponsor, Alex Archie Foundation. Founded in 2007, the Alex Archie Foundation was formed to help student athletes achieve their dreams through lacrosse and life. The AAF is a nonprofit that provides scholarships, equipment, and support to startup and struggling youth and high school programs that are dedicated to helping their players stay in school and fulfill their dreams on and off the field. For more information and how you can help, please go to www.alexarchiefoundation.com. Just like it sounds, ALEX, Archie, ARCHIE, foundation.com. Or you can write to Mr. Archie at CT Archie, ARCHIE, at AOL.com. And we'll come right back into the live action here, folks. UCLA out of the timeout with possession of the ball, leading 6-1 at the 11:25 mark in the second period. Matt Holman alongside Chris Malone in our second of two great lacrosse games here at the campus of UCLA during the Pac-12 shootout. First game, Chris, we got to see number 5 ASU against number 12 OSU. How about a quick recap of that one, Chris, since our fans might have just been tuning in and didn't catch that one?
Yeah, so the Sun Devils came out on top 10-7 over the Beavers. And they really, they went up 5-2 at the end of one and essentially just kind of kept that lead, that 3-goal lead. It got within 1 and 2 a couple times. But
yeah, they got it close. But
be honest, it was that first quarter. You dig yourself a 3-goal disadvantage in the first quarter against the Sun Devils. It's going to be tough to come back. But
that's a great putback. Excuse me, Chris.
No, that was. But yeah, essentially, Sun Devils came out 5-2 at the end of one, ended up winning 10-7, and they. I looked at guys like Adam Beecham and Henry Archie and Finn Wells were three guys that kind of stepped up and provided some leadership and made the plays when needed.
Probably exactly what you want to see out of Coach Todd McRobbie there, taking over the helmet for the Sun Devils and leaning on your older guys to kind of set the pace in the first game.
Yeah. Hey, look, if you're Coach McRobbie, you're looking for experience just like your players are, and to be able to be in a tight game, you get out to an early start, so that's great to see from your players. Oregon State never had the lead, but they did get within once or twice, and to have your guys be able to kind of keep their composure, keep their heads on straight, and be resilient, and keep the lead and get the win. Look, he probably learned a little bit about himself and his coaching staff, and the players learned about themselves. So to be able to learn and win is just a bonus.
Yeah, and for Oregon State, and don't let us folks lead you to sell them short. They had a great game.
They did.
On this day they came up short, but they played a real strong game. It's the first time I got to see them through the eye test, so it was nice to see. And as they come down, that was their first game. I can't imagine playing them in another month.
Sure. No, they're very strong out of the midfield. I think they had some great defenders. Roach, number 2 for them, did a great job. Widmer in the cage.
Yeah, the goalie was outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
I think that Coach Stelling's just got to figure out what the attack unit's going to be and what their role is going to be, because that was, I thought, was the weakness of their team.
We saw 5 players rotating, it seemed like.
At least 5.
5 or 6
Maybe
players
6.
rotating.
Sure.
To the point of us not being able to keep up with who's in. And again, first game, as you see, number 7 there, Mike Savoy from UCLA scores.
Yeah, we had number 9 earlier. We didn't give them any love. Milligan for the Huskies got the first goal of the second quarter for them. So now we're at 7-2, 1-1 here in the second quarter.
9:06 in the second.
But go ahead, Matt. We kind of.
Oh yeah.
Savoy cut you off there by scoring a goal.
He did, and it brought me to saying a shout out to Kellis here. Let's go Dogs. Kellis watching. We don't know where you're watching from, but let us know where you're watching from when you check in with us. We'd love to hear from you. We're at SLC Lacrosse. Obviously, you're watching the live stream. You can use the chat feature there, and we'll try to get back to you as well. But good to hear from you. Happy to know where you're watching from. Welcome in, and thanks for the support.
Huskies bring the pole up, Yerkes to take the draw, and they get the win. That's their second face-off win. Second face-off win of the second quarter. Good action on the far side. Way to run it out by McGill. Finds his teammate open on the crease. Nice finish by Moeller. Just a quick whistle there for the Bruins. Find themselves getting an easy one. Bruins are winning right now 8-2. I don't know if we have the score correct or not. For everyone watching at home, the Bruins are winning 8-2 over the Huskies. And the Bruins would be UCLA, and the Huskies would be the University of Washington.
Purple people eaters.
Pretty easy there. Pretty easy goal there for the Bruins. Trey Scott getting the ball out for his teammate, Tyler Miller. Trey Scott gets another win there. No ground ball for him, but he's got about 4 on the day. He's one of the guys that's impressing me wearing the blue today. Way to come back to the ball. That's Milligan for the Huskies, just coming back to the ball. I like the way Milligan plays too. He's not the tallest guy. He's coming in. He's good size, 6'1". From where we are, couldn't tell he was 6'1", but he's 6'1". He moves pretty well. And here's another one. Number 12, Dak, who's got a goal. I like the way he plays as well. If I'm the Huskies, I'm going through him. I'm going through Dak, and I'm going through Milligan nonstop, right out of the midfield. Those guys seem to kind of be able to get some separation from their defenders. Good bottom hand check right there. Nice little slap check on the bottom hand, pop the ball out. Good ride, quick whistle here. Can the Huskies take advantage? Milligan picks it up, moves it, gets it back to him.
7:15 to go in the second.
Worst case scenario here, the Huskies get to let their defense rest. They need a breather. So whether they get a goal here or not, they're letting their defense kind of get their heads on straight, get ready for the next possession. Scott is all over the field. This guy is a workhorse. For all the young ones watching this game, you got to watch Trey Scott play. He is all over the field. Faces off, plays D midi. Tough kid.
Scrappy.
Getting a little sloppy here by the Huskies. Just not working that hard.
Yeah, unforced errors will kill you. And you know, could it be the heat, Coach? Who knows?
I don't know. You just can't. This is not a go through the motions type of game. You can't do it. You gotta move and work. You gotta outwork your opponent. Levis here.
This is only their excuse me. This is their third game of the year.
Great ride, great check. Fortunately, the ball stays in.
Well, actually, the ball stayed out of his stick when it hit. So
did it come loose?
Yeah. So the fact that the ball came out of his stick when it hit the ground, referee Brad Glenn was about to blow the whistle, because if that ball stays in your stick and it hits the ground, that's actually withholding.
Yeah. So it wasn't withholding. So the ball came out.
Yeah, he got lucky there.
You're gonna get a push from behind there. So we're getting a little chippy right now. Take care of the ball, guys. Take care of the ball.
You always like to hear a fan say "good call, ref" when it's in their team's favor.
Fans are getting vocal right now.
Yeah. Coming up on 5:20 to go in the second period. 5:20 to go. UCLA leading here.
This is a completely different quarter than the first one. 2-1. You know, UCLA has 2 goals this quarter. Huskies have 1. Compared to the first quarter, it's 6-1 in the Bruins' favor.
And
But once again, sloppy.
the
Sloppy.
Huskies, these unforced errors will give you gray hairs as a coach, but
I already got some watching this game.
I mean,
Sorry.
I was about to say that that the Huskies were doing well to control the ball, and unforced errors will get you every time.
They're definitely having more possessions. They're riding well, so they're getting the ball back, but it's that exchange behind the cage.
Yeah, and
Just losing the ball behind the goal.
I'm sure the coaching staff will address that at halftime, among other
I hope
things.
so. Because if they can handle the ball, they're going to get more shots. They can maybe get themselves back in this game. Now the defense for the Huskies have to do their part. Bruins are trying to get their 9th of the day right now, but taking the air out of it. They realize that defense has played a lot. Now they got the ball down here. There's no rush. You're up 6 goals. Take your time, attack the D midi, and see what happens.
Right.
Here we go.
Rightfully so, with 4:09 to go in the second period.
Great save by Sodero, but great dodge by Goodrich. Good lefty shot, offside. Nice little question mark by Neasley. Just missing the cage high. If I'm Neasley, I mean that's a good matchup with him and Medzigian. Once again, I hope I pronounce his name properly, but Medzigian against Neasley is it's a good matchup of the day.
See a ground ball here by Washington. He's got numbers if he pushes.
Nice look inside, good over the shoulder catch.
Pretty goal, pretty goal.
Great look by Dak. Finds Poldy. Poldy for the over-the-shoulder catch and finish. Right off the top crossbar. That is not an easy pass to handle.
Not at all.
In transition, going full speed. Not an easy pass to handle.
3:40 mark of the second. That's Washington's 3rd goal of the day. UW showing some life here. That's what you want going into half.
Yeah, that was a great play. That was the best play we've seen the Huskies made all day. Trey Scott, it's going to be tough. If the Huskies can't control him.
It's going to be a long day.
Yeah, the score could go against them. They're going to have to figure out what to do on the face-offs. Even though they get the ground ball there and they actually get the win there. Trey Scott
there's a skip pass there.
Has been winning. If they only had your eyes, Coach.
Yeah.
How many times during the game you're like, eyes open?
Oh, yeah.
Right, happens all the time.
And I tell you, as two coaches up here, we're happy to be where we are, but sometimes you get a little bit involved.
Good dodge.
Shot off the.
Good dodge by LaRoche.
Yeah, just wide, just a bit outside.
But I like the aggressiveness. He's a freshman. Love the fact that hey, I'm going to the cage. I got the short stick matchup. I'm going to the goal. Here's Poldy, who just had one. He's now driving and going to the cage a little bit harder than he was before his goal. It's amazing what a goal can do for someone's confidence.
Yeah, puts a little pep in the step.
But that's
for
the
sure.
key, for every player out there. I mean, whether you're scoring goals or not, you have to be able to play this game full speed.
Right.
Catch, throw, shoot, pick up ground balls, ride.
Yeah. Whatever you're doing, full speed. Whatever you're doing, Coach, do it full speed.
Do it full speed.
You'll get better, faster. You'll be more comfortable playing, and the game will slow down, as they like to say.
There's LaRoche taking a lefty shot now. So he's showcasing his left and right hand.
And a little more love coming in all the way from Naples, Florida.
Boom.
Love it. Naples problems. And I had the pleasure.
Probably outside watching the game.
I actually had the pleasure of being in Naples 3 weeks ago just for a day and a half. Beautiful little area.
Lucky you.
And hope to get back next summer. So thank you, Naples problems. Tuning in, and they said, go Bruins.
Go Bruins, all right. Have fans everywhere. Oh, nice look. Nice save by Levis. Good action right now. Definitely better Lacrosse. Good backhand check.
Minute 49.
Temkin.
Excuse me.
Sorry there,
Minute
Coach.
49. It is good action, though.
Yeah, the game slowed down a little bit here. It just seems that the Huskies have kind of gathered themselves. It's just, we're early in the season here. It's a young season, and It's amazing how young guys and teams play in the first few weeks of
first
February.
Few weeks. And I tell you, if we could come back in 6 weeks and watch the same two teams,
Sure.
we'd see, you wouldn't believe who we were watching.
Sure,
You know,
yeah.
it's a totally
These teams
different
will
game.
be different. These teams will definitely be different, in a month. So, but it's good to see that they've gathered themselves on both sides of the ball, and it just now looks like it's more of a lacrosse game here. Good slide there.
Right.
Good lift by Mazigian. Like I said, that matchup with Mazigian and Neasley is a big matchup today. Both players have had success in the past, so we'll see how that one plays out the rest of the way.
Looks like UCLA is going to take its timeout. 57 seconds to go here in the second period. UCLA takes its timeout, still leading by 5, 8-3. 8-3, thank you, Coach. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back with more action from the Pac-12 shootout. UCLA, Washington. We'll be right back. And we're back here out of that timeout. 57 seconds to go here. UCLA had time to set a play coming up on end of the first half, yes.
Yeah, and if you're the Bruins, you're probably not taking a shot outside of 20 seconds. I like to think that you're going to burn some of this clock. There's 40 seconds to go in the half. Burn some of the clock. Don't let the Huskies get a chance to go down and get within 4. Make sure you keep this 5-goal lead no matter what going into halftime.
It's that momentum goal you don't want to give up at halftime.
Sure.
Yeah.
You just don't ever want to give up a goal under a minute and a half or 2 minutes.
True.
I always said 2 minutes as a coach. We never want to give up one under 2. Let's get goals under 2. Because of that momentum that you're talking about.
Right. Coming up on 10 seconds, and he runs out of bounds. I don't think the player saw the line, so we got
or the official.
Yeah, a little weird with the LA haze has hit us here with the sun at a weird angle, and it almost looks like the field is foggy.
It does.
But it's all
hard
that
to
is that's the glare of the sun's hitting the clouds, and it's the smog, and it's just kind of a weird little setup. So that ends the first half. UCLA up 8-3 at the half. Pac-12 shootout coming to you live from the campus of UCLA Bruins. Our hosts here for the weekend. There's games tomorrow, full slate of games tomorrow. Great action today so far. We're going to take a short break, a little pause for the cause, and we'll be back in about 8 minutes.
Nearly a century of optimism, of lifting each other up, leading the way, looking at things differently, refusing the status quo, never minding the naysayers, the cynics, the impossible odds. The engine that fuels our progress runs on improbability and doubt. When the future needs a giant leap, when it's going to take a miracle, when the world says no, we say no problem. We rise above the consensus, reverse gravity, learn to fly, go beyond, then keep going. Every challenge, every absolutely not, turned into absolutely. This is our opportunity to push forward together and change the game.
Jordan McIntosh, captain for the Georgia Swarm, the Rochester Rattlers, and I play for the Canadian national team, and I work for Driven. With professional lacrosse, you know, there's some time during the week where you're not with your teammates. A lot of guys live all over the place. So having that film on Monday that you're able to watch throughout the week is super important. You know, that turnaround time from game to film being cut up is very important. And, you know, film now, I think in any sport is, you know, you have to watch film to improve.
Gonna try and dunk it, scores! What a goal from Jordan McIntosh! Wow. Goes airborne and slams it in the goal past Dineley.
So usually what we do is we get in, you know, 2 nights before the game, we practice, and then the next day is we usually spend about an hour devoted to film, split between the offense and the defense. So you'll have some guys that'll watch both, some guys will just watch the defense. We'll go through our personal game from last week, and then we'll go through our opponent's game from last week and talk about, you know, tendencies of offensive players, tendencies of their goalie. We'll show the shot charts of our last game, their last game. So it gets pretty complex the day before a game.
Behind the goal, the dunk shot from McIntosh, he puts it in.
Usually we play on Saturdays, so Mondays they'll send out a message in our team app, Driven, with the film, and then any reels that they create throughout the week, they'll send that to us through the Driven app. We can open it through the app on our phone, watch all our clips, you know, while we're mobile, whether we're traveling or at home. So it makes a really efficient and easy way to get all the film from last week.
There's McIntosh swings a one-arm pass behind his back, finds Corbin Tao.
I think now with the film study and crossover, it's kind of second nature for most guys in both leagues. You know, most of the teams that you're going to be playing on are using it, and it's just such a huge advantage to be able to watch yourself and watch your opponent before a game to hopefully beat them.
Jordan McIntosh led all NLL transition players in points and goals.
Obviously, in the World Championships, you're playing games pretty much every day. So the ability to have film from the night before or the day before, that next day was pretty amazing. We were able to do those film study sessions before our games. Again, looking at the tendencies of the team we're playing and looking at what we did wrong and right in the game before. But the turnaround time was amazing. It was very efficient and helped us win a gold medal.
What does it mean to be boundless? At its simplest, it is a belief and possibility that with pride and passion together, we will change the world. At the University of Washington, we know it's true. We know because we see it every day. Spirited explorers and unshakable optimists, forces to be reckoned with. Dreamers and doers who believe any destination is possible, regardless of the challenges that stand in our way. For those who believe in the possibility of tomorrow, we know a place where you have the opportunity to be truly boundless. All it takes is the first step. So what are you waiting for?
Crossover Intelligence for Lacrosse can help you win more games and make smarter use of your prep time. We break down and stat your game film for you, giving you searchable clips, advanced statistics, shot charts, and other valuable insight that you can access from any PC or mobile device. In as little as 12 hours after you upload your video, each play will become its own video clip, allowing you to search the footage for any event or player. Here we'll take a look at all the turnovers we forced in the fourth quarter. You can use custom tags to label events in your own terminology, such as your EMO plays or slide packages. Not only will you be able to search directly for those clips, but our platform will do the calculations and tell you which plays are achieving the best results. Make film sessions more engaging by telestrating on your clips, adding them to a playlist, and sharing everything with your players or assistant coaches. You can also exchange film with conference opponents or other teams in your league with just a few clicks of a button. We'll even give you an interactive shot chart that lets you visualize where you are generating your scoring chances or giving up your goals. Filter by goals, saves, missed shots, and specific players. Then click on any shot to watch the corresponding video. Together, we'll make you more efficient in the film room and more prepared on the field. Coach smarter and win more games this season. That's the crossover effect.
What's special about UCLA?
It's a great university. A magic place for public education.
It's a place where you can do and be anything.
Everyone can speak from their perspective.
In the 20 years that I've been here, I have never had any doors shut.
You could jump from econ to archaeology to philosophy and know that you're going to get the bang for your buck.
UCLA definitely is a place that encourages us to go beyond the disciplinary boundaries.
And it doesn't hurt that the sun shines like 312 days a year. You know, that helps.
At any point in time, there's probably at least 5,000 different research projects going on campus.
If we want to do nanotechnology, we have to, forget about the concept physics is physics, chemistry is chemistry. So we need a hybrid type of art-science approach.
We have one of the top-ranked medical centers in the world. I think we're making history every day. The most esoteric of diseases to the most common of medical problems can be treated under one roof.
You have truly a diverse, technologically sophisticated research university that's in the heart of a global world city. That's exciting.
UCLA was the first university to reach 100 NCAA national championships. You are part of this Bruin family and this Bruin community. Being a student athlete at UCLA has prepared me for the future. I'll be excited to look back 20 years and say I was a part of that, and I still am a part of it. Coming into a tradition that already produced accomplished people such as Jackie Robinson, Coach John Wooden, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it's made you want to perform that much better and carry on the legacy.
When there's a serious issue that faces this city or this region, people automatically turn to UCLA.
UCLA has a major impact on the economy of Southern California and the country.
This is such a diverse place, not only to interact with other people, but also to go get involved in Los Angeles. So many avenues and so many organizations, and that really allowed me to directly start working with the community.
I am a neurosurgeon.
I'm a composer.
I'm the director of the Broad Stem Cell Research Center.
I'm in the emotional transportation business.
And we all cooperate with one another, which makes the experience richer for the student.
Who has got the creativity and imagination to come up with the next killer application that's going to change this planet?
We have an impact. We're training the future generation of scientists and other creative people.
I let them know on the first day, the state of California has hired me to work for you.
I learned from them, and they learned from me.
When you acquire knowledge, it's your responsibility to give it. That is the idea. A journey for the creation of excellence.
And we're back to live action here. SLC Game of the Week doubleheader, second of two, UCLA Washington. UCLA is up 8-3 coming into the start of the third period. Matt Holman alongside here Chris Malone. It's our second game of the day. We're in the heat. Sun's in our eyes, nasty glare, but we're having fun. Coach?
Yeah, we're having a great time. Hey, first time we've done 2 games in one day, back to back. And here we go. Like you said, Bruins are up 8-3. Trey Scott's done a great job at the face-off X for the Bruins, and yeah, we're having a great time out here. 9th year, the Pac-12 shootout. 7th year, it's been hosted here at UCLA. Beautiful campus, beautiful day. We had a great first game with Arizona State winning 10-7 over Oregon State, and now here we are in game number 2, starting the third quarter here. And there's another careless turnover. For whatever reason, that exchange from the wing to X seems to be difficult for both teams here today. And all I would say is you want to make those passes anywhere from 10 to 15 yards or less. Don't make it a 20-yard pass. 20-yard passes are difficult to complete, so you got to shorten up the pass. Come to the ball. Make sure you're throwing the pass, moving your feet. Don't forget your fundamentals. Good clear out there. Number 12, Dak. He's one of the more athletic midfielders for the Huskies. Gives his team the first possession, their first offensive possession of the third quarter here. Just going to move it around. Huskies calm down. Started off a little slow, and it was tied the Bruins 2-2 in the second quarter. So they've gathered themselves, and here they are getting off a shot. Number 9, Milligan, he's already got one on the day. Good save by Levis. And now the Bruins are going to clear it. But Huskies started out a little slow in this one. Down 6-1 at the end of the first, but able to figure it out. And that second quarter was 2-2. So only down 5 here with a half of lacrosse to be played. And they're doing a great job riding here. Good job by Schneider of the Bruins to be able to handle the pressure of Dak from the Huskies. But the Huskies stayed with their ride. Kept the pressure, stayed on the ball. Was able to get the turnover. And now we're going the other way. Now you got the Bruins applying the pressure and the Huskies running for their life. See how this one turns out. We got a broken handle there. Finds a man wide open on the crease. Dig finds his man wide open on the crease for the goal. I believe it's number 26 with the feed. I want to say it was number 5 with the finish. Meyer has the goal there. Good catch and finish in traffic. That makes the score 8-4 here in the third quarter. And I always say that first goal of the third quarter is one of the biggest goals of the game. Now the Huskies are within 4 instead of being down 6. If the Bruins were able to get the first one. So being down 4, being down 6 is a completely different ball game. And Huskies play a little make it take it here. They'll get the ball back. Trey Scott actually won the faceoff, but too much muscle on that one and fired the ball out of bounds. So here the Huskies go. Try to get within 3 here. LaRoche with a good dodge, draws the penalty. Huskies are going to go man up here for the first time today. I believe it's going to be a push from behind. Hold, they're going to give them a hold, 30-second hold here. See how the Huskies do on their first man up. This would be a big goal. Big goal to get within 3. I like to think that you're going to probably get Dak or Milligan's going to probably let a shot go. Either out of they're both midfielders, and you got on attack you got Meyer and you got Poldy. I would see one of those 4 guys kind of let something happen here. They're going to set up in a 3-3, moving the ball around. They're looking inside. Got to make sure everybody gets a touch here. Can't keep the ball on one side of the field. Everybody get a touch. And there's your shot right there. There you go. Dak comes up big. That's his second of the day. And I could tell early on that he was going to be one of the Huskies' better players. Dak is a freshman. 6'1", 180 pounds. Good-sized guy. He's got good wheels. He's got a good righty shot. Not afraid to go lefty either. Definitely a great pickup for the Huskies coaching staff. And here we are. 8-5. Must have been that halftime speech by Coach Serchachara. That's a tough one to pronounce. But he must have given the boys some words of wisdom, a little motivation, and here we go. And they win another face-off. I said it earlier. They were going to have to figure out how to control Scott at the face-off X, and they've been able to figure that out. They're throwing the ball away, but they're winning face-offs. We've won all 3 face-offs of the third quarter, and unfortunate error there by throwing the ball out of bounds. But if I'm the Huskies, I have just gained a tremendous amount of confidence right now and should feel good about where they are compared to where they started at the end of the first quarter. And if I'm UCLA, let's take the ball out of the air, or the air out of the ball, and be patient. You know, there's force of a shot right there by McGill. No need to take that shot. There's no rush here, right? You're just giving up 2 goals. Take your time. Get everybody a touch. And move the ball. Let the ball do the work. Let the ball do the work. Keep the ball hot. Keep it moving. Good dodge right there. Oh! Beautiful finish. Beautiful finish by not Milligan. That's going to be Goodrich. Goodrich responds extremely well. Defender goes over Goodrich's head. He's able to get underneath and shoot the ball low to high. It's going to be a tough one for any goalie to save. That's exactly what the Bruins needed on that possession. I mean, obviously every possession you're trying to get a goal, but you know, you just gave up 2. Definitely need to get 1 before the Huskies get to 3 in this quarter. And unfortunately for the Huskies, they won that face-off, but they threw the ball away. Turnovers will kill you. And the turnover killed the Huskies right there. Bruins with a new face-off guy, Robertson. He's known to pick up a bunch of GBs. He actually was called for a hold there. And the Huskies get the ball back. So here we are, 9-5. Bruins have had control of this game from the very start, put up 6 in the first quarter. Huskies are trying to climb back into this one. Milligan and Dak seem to be the threats, the biggest threats for the Huskies. And that's who the Bruins are going to have to stop. And here comes Dak right now. Nice shot, just goes wide, but I like it. Not afraid to take on the pole. Dak being a freshman, he's playing more like a junior, senior out here. And here's a good take. Just missing. Meyer just missing the cage there. Good dodge, though. He's a guy who's got a lot of experience here for the Huskies. Put up over 50 points last year for them. 29 goals, 24 assists. He has 1 goal today. Had it here in the third quarter.
Chris,
trying to get another one.
I want to say thanks for...
And here he goes!
Oh!
Levis with a great save, even though I did believe Meyer kind of shot it right at him, but still, Levis holds his ground and comes up with the save. And
oh, there's a good check.
Huskies are just playing with a lot more energy. No, we talked about, I know Coach Holman here stepped away for a little bit, and early in the broadcast we talked about how the Huskies were playing a little slow. They've picked it up a notch.
Oh, okay. I turned my back a minute. I think probably Coach got into him at halftime.
I mentioned that. I'm assuming that halftime speech,
little motivational
probably wasn't PG, got these guys going.
Another reason why we always broadcast from the far side. We want to let the teams be the teams and do their thing. That's a good lift check right there.
Basic lift check, right?
Yeah.
I believe that the lift is one of the most effective checks in the game.
One more.
Their goalie, and he gets it in!
Oh, my gosh.
Dak! He is not afraid, that guy.
That was a great shot.
Coach, get your hat out.
Is that the third?
That's his third.
If it wasn't so sunny, I'd toss it.
You have your hat on. You need to throw it onto the field, man.
I don't have my
you
glasses,
need to throw it
so
onto the field.
I'm keeping it. But that was a beautiful shot. I thought he was going to go one more. I would have passed one more, but
you know what? I don't even know if the defender even thought he shot it.
I don't think
Didn't
so.
Didn't look like it moved.
He didn't move at all. He stood there, and technically that's actually not allowed anymore. A defender jumping in the goal like that.
So
that's part of the rule. I'm going to say they missed it. But yeah, he's a defender.
The rules committee is always changing the rules.
Well, it's a safety issue.
When is lacrosse? I mean, look, you're an official.
The reason being,
you used to officiate.
The reason being,
they change the rules all the time. It's very confusing for
slight
fans, for coaches, for players.
Right.
What can I do this year that I couldn't do last year? It's a mess.
Here's the thing, Coach. The rules have not increased. There's still only 7 lacrosse rules. It's just that every rule has a approved ruling, and so you might have 100
There's 100 rules within the rule.
But the thought behind that one is, and I'll have to look it up when I get back to the desk, though. But the thought behind that one is, the defender's not equipped as the goalie is with the throat guard.
I think the rule makes sense, but why you wait until 2016?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, a safety rule comes after.
Nice.
Oh, great! Give that little drive and dump there. 20 on UCLA.
Rena.
Rena. I'll say Rena. I'll go with Rena as well. Freshman.
Works. But why are you waiting until 2016 to tell defenders that you can't go in the goal?
I think it's probably just the sense of,
Where was that rule in 2000? Where was that rule in 1990?
Here's the first time you're going to hear me say this, and maybe hopefully the last, but when I used to play in high school and college, in high school, our coach actually trained us as middies, everybody. We'd filter through the goal and he'd crank at us.
That might be a practice that I would have to miss.
It was you take the glove of your partner in the line behind you, double up your cup protection with the glove over.
I wish everybody could see my face right now.
And stand there. And
is your coach still coaching?
All my Summit guys. Well,
with all these rule changes, he's probably like, darn it, I can't coach anymore.
No, this was back. This was our 7th, 8th, and 9th. I think 7th and 8th grade.
I should call up my high school
Jaffe.
coach and thank him for not putting us through a drill like that.
Yeah, it was a great drill though. I mean, he luckily for
who?
us,
for the coaching staff,
yeah,
for the players.
He'd wind up, twirl his stick, and all this fancy stuff. But he basically shot a worm burner at you.
Wow.
And it got you over the field of the ball real quick. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah.
And that to me is real close to award right here.
Yeah, he's backing his guy down. I like Meyer.
I know it's a little hard to see on this end, folks, and it's Mother Nature is kind of throwing a loop at us here. It's a combination of glare, fog, and goalie.
That's a great take by Dak again. I mean, he is catching and just going. Is he going to be able to get the Huskies within
back in this game,
1 or 2 by himself? Here he is again riding. This kid just has wheels.
And it's a good ride, too.
Yeah, he's playing the bottom hand, gets the ball free.
Oh, that defender had his man shut off there for a couple steps.
But Neasley can play this game.
Yeah.
Once again,
that's good hustle by
McGill. There's McGill taking a shot with not much angle. Bruins are able to run it out. Dak is all over the field. I'm thinking he might want a breather if he can. If he can get off, he should probably get off. Now he's on the ball again. But Neasley did a great job coming to help out his close defender. Gets the ball on his stick. And actually finds McGill open. McGill just shot the ball a little bit early there. But here we are.
5:55 to go in the period. It's going quick. The ball has not gone out of bounds this period.
No, I was saying earlier when you stepped away that Both teams have calmed down.
Stepped it up some, huh?
Early season jitters have vanished, and they're just playing with more confidence. And it took them a little bit to kind of get in the game, the game flow, but here they are, and we got ourselves a 10-6 game. Just stop by the Huskies.
Couple of check-ins. I stepped away from our social media feeds, and that was a beautiful clear. See if you can find anybody here.
I was back from the Huskies, just threw that ball on a rope.
And no offense, but he had to throw it to a really short attackman. Which
Yeah,
is
Fuller coming in at 5'3".
Not an easy thing to do on the run. So great clear. And as I said, as we settle in here with Washington on offense, Coach Mack actually is retweeting us probably from the hotel. He's back there resting. Thanks, Coach Mack. And
great handle. Great handle by Poldy. Wow. Great look. Huskies within 3. That was a tremendous snag by Poldy. Great off-ball cut. His defender's ball watching. Cuts towards the crease. Snags about a few feet over his head and is able to put one in. That's the 4th goal here by the Huskies in the 3rd quarter.
They came out ready to play. 4:42 to go in the period here.
It's got to be the halftime speech. I wish we could have done some film in there.
Are you saying we miss Margot's sideline reports? I think we do.
Oh, well, we do.
We do. Yeah, it was good insight.
Hey, we need the little things.
It was
right?
good insight. And Margot really shared some good tidbits with us. And, we can say it now. If anybody out there, you're out in the Southern California area, LA, San Diego, you're looking to get started on a career in broadcasting, announcing and such, we are still looking for a sideline reporter. Happy to work with
you. And a color guy.
And a color guy. I Coach Malone, and an announcer, because, I'm happy to give it up now. But if you're out there and you want to work some SLC game of the week on the sideline, give me a shout at mholman, HOLMAN, at mcla.us. And I'm happy to discuss it with you further. Good defense here by
wow.
I don't know about that shot.
I'm not against it. I just don't think he had to do it right then.
Yeah.
Your defense is playing a lot right now. And if I'm the Bruins, take the air out of the ball, slow it down.
Right.
You're up 3. No need to play fast right now.
I appreciate how you broke that down. Not a bad shot, bad time for it.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that.
Exactly.
That was my thought, but I like how it's broken down that way. You made it sound much nicer.
I don't know what's happening having the headset on. I've become a nicer analyst of the game.
Anybody that knows Coach Malone will have to agree with me here. So, let's see. Who else? We're checking in. We've got All Lacrosse checking in, saying hello. Looks like Cal Don, CDon at CDon22, checking in. Go Bruins from Massachusetts. You're inside.
Yeah, you're inside.
Yeah, you're inside.
For a few more months.
For a few more months. But we appreciate you checking in. At CDon22, good to hear from you from Massachusetts.
Yeah, great. Love to hear from more people. Love for Coach McRoby to tweet into us and let us know what he has his players doing right now.
Coach Mack, the challenge is thrown down. ASU Lacrosse, what are you doing?
Got a big one against the Trojans tomorrow.
How about OSU Lax? At OSU Lax, what are you guys up to right now?
Not sure who they're taking on tomorrow. I think they're taking on Arizona.
I believe it is. And Arizona did win their game. A team manager I saw here walking by, she couldn't remember the exact score. She's pretty sure it was 9-3, though.
Well, that could work because they were up 8-3 in the 4th. That's going to be off the Huskies. We're going to see who's going to get the ball right now. Wow. I thought that hit off the Huskies defender's foot.
Interesting.
They give it to the Huskies.
White shoe got mixed up. I thought so too.
Right? That's what I saw.
I saw a white shoe. Oh, hello. Not a full yard sale, but a...
Renna. who had the last goal for the Bruins.
Receiving some good advice from the vocal fans here to hang on to his stick. So.
Yeah, don't want to lose your stick.
Jareen Fuller, if I said it right. Jareen, watching from Yorba Linda, her grandson, Alex Fuller. It's good. You have a grandparent watching through the YouTube. That tells me something. We're reaching people. And that's why we're doing this, folks. So your grandparents and relatives and close friends that, you go across the country, you can't see each other. Good chance to see them play.
And we're here every week. Next week at San Diego State.
Next week, San Diego State taking on USC. That should be a real good game. 1 p.m. is the broadcast time. We'll go on air about 10 minutes too with a little pregame. That game is heavily sponsored by USC Lacrosse. The entire program is sponsoring that broadcast, which is great. They are also one of the game sponsors today. You'll notice their logo coming out in the promo packages and such. So we thank the support from USC. You got to hear from their coach. If you tuned into this game, check out the end of the ASU-OSU game. And Chris Malone had a good 5-minute session with USC head coach Adam Gettleman. And yes, that is the same young man that was in NCAA lacrosse and plays professionally. And some good insights his first year coaching here with us in the SLC. Well, just like that, the quarter runs out. Going fast.
Yeah, so the Huskies being able to climb get themselves back into the game here. Down 8-3 at half. They're now down 10-7. So able to close the gap. They're down 3 goals heading into the fourth quarter.
SLC Game of the Week coming to you live from the Pac-12 shootout here on the campus of UCLA. We'll be right back. Lewis, the scoreboard, you have switched the names and the score. The purple score should be Washington's. The blue should be UCLA's. I think when you corrected it earlier, you just switched them around maybe or something?
Today live like I wanna. Let yesterday burn and do it in a fire. Fight like a warrior. Today live like I wanna. Let yesterday burn and do it in a fire. Live like a warrior.
Hey, Israel!
Today live like I wanna. Let yesterday burn and do it in a fire. Fight like a warrior. Today live like I wanna. Let yesterday burn and do it in a fire. Live like a warrior.
Hey, Israel!
It is 13. New goalie.
And we are back.
Sodero played in the first half.
Yeah, Coach Malone just we didn't catch that earlier, but the goalie change there for Washington. He said, I didn't have the roster here, number 13?
Yeah, number 13, Tyler Anderton, starting the second half, and he did a tremendous job making a number of saves, especially a big one there at the end of the third quarter. Gave up 2, but thought he played a good quarter, good solid quarter for the Huskies.
Start of the fourth quarter. UCLA held scoreless in that third quarter, yes?
No, they actually scored 2.
They oh, I did step away.
You did step away.
No.
They scored 2.
I can see it now. We got a officials timeout.
Yeah, Huskies outscored the Bruins in the third quarter 4-2. So to let everyone know how we got here, Bruins came out on top in the first quarter, 6-1. Halftime it was 8-3, and now here we are at 10-7. Bruins win the first face-off of the fourth quarter.
Key face-off too, because I think if Washington had won that, they might have pressed the goal. They seem to be on a little bit of a roll there.
Yeah, well, they're gaining confidence. I mean, Dak, especially for the Huskies, number 12, is
fearless.
Yeah, every time he gets it, he's going. It's a tough pass right there. Good dodge, good shot.
Oh.
Renna. It's 2 in a row for him.
Dino Renna, the freshman sensation.
Second of the day. He's had back-to-back goals here for the Bruins. I think the one thing I love about that dodge is that he knew he was going to dodge before he got it. There's a lot of offensive players that they don't realize they're going to dodge until they already have the ball.
Right.
And then it just doesn't work.
His move was so fluent because, like you said, he was ready to go. He was ready to go.
Right, now the slide's maybe a second late or not at all.
Right.
When you back up, and you catch a pass and then you back up and then you go into your dodge, you're essentially alerting the defense to say, hey, I'm going to the goal. Be ready for me.
Right. Might as well put a flashing light on your head. Just under the 14-minute mark in this fourth quarter.
That was a much-needed goal. I mean, that first goal right there, the fourth, now we're at 11-7 instead of maybe like a 10-8.
Right.
That might have just taken the air out of the sails for the Huskies right there. But we'll see. There's still a lot of time to go. And if the Huskies can get a GB here, which it doesn't look like they're going to, McGill comes up with it, moves the ball right away, which is what you want to do after every ground ball, especially on the offensive end. Pick it up and move it. Don't pick it up and run with it. Pick it up and move it.
You can see the coaches on the UCLA bench all waving their arms, and they're not trying to fly away. They're trying to get their kids to settle it down. This is where, as a young team, I always – it's hard as a coach when you have a young team, as he scores and kind of shoots that theory in the butt. But I was going to say –
So where are we going with that?
When you take the air out of the ball, we were at that UNLV San Diego State game. San Diego State got up 4 goals in that fourth period, I think it was, and kind of slowed it down. They were pressing nicely. And they ended up coming up short because UNLV kept playing.
Sure.
And got the momentum. And once you get that momentum, it's a nasty beast to go against. You think you're cruising. Okay, let's take the air out of the ball, and then the other team, 1 goal, 2 goals. Now they're within a goal, tied it up, came back, came and won it. And I always
you can't stop playing.
I'm always hesitant. There's 13 minutes left. I don't know.
It's a lot of time.
I'd say settle it, but keep pressing.
You might just spin it around for 20 seconds.
Right. Let everybody touch it, but keep pressing.
And take quality shots. There's no need to force the crease.
Right.
Let the ball do the work. That's one thing I always said. Let the ball do the work. Too many times guys want their feet to do the work.
Right.
Just move the ball. Move the ball. Move the ball. Move the ball. But you got to stay focused, and you can't. All 6 guys have to work together out there.
Let us repeat what every fundamentally based coach will tell you. Ball moves faster in the air.
It's tougher for the defense to defend. The faster you can move the ball, the better off you're going to be. You're going to find yourself in a situation where you can dodge one guy, and then the slide's not there in time.
Right. Ball moves, you move. You move, ball moves. So here they got it around. Let's see what they come out with here. Threw that one. It looked like he threw it right in this glare. There's a nasty glare in that cloud.
Ooh.
Good draw of a push there. If you're going to get hit, you got to go down. Got to sell it.
He did a good job of selling it, that's for sure.
You got to throw the arms out and just don't come up whining to the official, but definitely try to sell it a little bit.
It's a veteran move by Neasley there, who had the last goal for the Bruins. Fans are getting...
Let's just say we've got the young college
kids
here.
This is a hostile environment here.
It's not hostile yet.
No?
We don't have to. I don't have to go down there and step in.
Okay. It's the loudest it's been all day during this game.
Yeah. It's good to cheer for you. They're UCLA students cheering for their buddies. It's good to hear.
Good possession here by the Bruins. Nothing crazy. Dodging. It's a tough pass there, about 3 feet from one another. But they get it back.
Not my favorite pass ever. You're that close.
Just a two-man game behind the cage. There's a shot.
There's our guy. Oh, he saved. Okay. Lost that in the sun.
Anderton with the save.
I tell you, that UCLA goalie, I think he's probably got some of this glare. He's down the end of the field where there seems to be no fog or no glare, but you see a good clear.
Yeah, Metzigian.
We have two different names on our rosters on that one.
Yeah, Metzigian's done a good job today in the clearing game. Excuse me. Huskies need one here.
God bless you, and thank you for pointing out that my roster had 2 number columns in it. So, UW ball, 10:20 to go in the fourth quarter. 10:20, down 11-7. Be good to see if they can get one here. Nice. 12-7, excuse me, correction. Thank you, Lewis.
Good possession, getting a couple shots off here. If I'm the Huskies, get the ball back to Dak.
That's
good inside roll. Great stick protection.
We love the inside roll up in the booth. It's such a great basic move though. If you just kept the stick on his nose, pivot. That was a tight one too. It didn't seem like he got high enough, but he came out of it.
Well, I think the one thing I liked about the dodge was the stick protection.
Yeah.
He actually looked over his shoulder to see where his defender was and
just
put his stick in a spot.
Yeah,
put his stick in a spot. And that's Poldy. Poldy put his stick in a spot where the defender couldn't get to it. And that's, Poldy had 22 goals last year. And here he is with his 3rd of the day. Gets the Huskies back within 4. And this is kind of where they've been, 4 or 5 goals within the Bruins. Can they win a face-off here and get it within 3?
That is the question. Oh, they got a long pole face. Oh, it's right in front. He lost it, but he won the initial move, came out in front, but he lost it.
Yeah, that's Yerkes. He's been up there before. It's probably his 2nd or 3rd one.
You got to. Wow.
What?
Wow.
Whoa.
Before he was on the line.
Was that not a push from behind, Coach?
Before he was on the line, I thought we had a push, but I guess he saw that as he fell on his own, and then the knee in the back was not seen.
What did you think the call was?
I thought there was an initial play-on push, and then
that's what I thought.
I thought when the ball went loose, I saw kind of a knee from the defender pushing a little more.
I saw that too.
So I look at it like, well, he didn't choose to get on the line. He was helped there with that little extra knee. But ours is.
So how did the Bruins get the ball there? Or sorry, how did the Huskies get it back?
No, he gave it to Washington down there.
I know, but why? Guy stepped out of bounds? Is that what the call was?
Yeah, he just reeled him out of bounds instead of a push.
Gotcha. So here we are, 12-8. Probably talked about that a little bit longer than we needed to, but I was extremely confused. And here's a great look. Great save. Liebes. Tremendous save. Schneider coming up with a great GB. But then a quick turnover here. Coming back Huskies' way. That's Dak. This guy's just all over the field. But turns it right over. Lewis. Sorry, not Lewis. Woo! Here we go. Poldy gets another one. A little helter-skelter game there for about a minute or so. Poldy gets his 4th of the day. And here we are at 12-9.
12-9, 8-12 to go in the 4th.
Do not go anywhere. If you left us, come back.
Don't leave your computers, your monitors, your smart devices.
12-9.
I'm still
Poldy
looking.
with his 4th.
I'm still looking for some tweets. Let's check in.
Yeah, tweet us.
See where we're. Oh, here we go.
We got some tweets coming through?
Yeah, Monty Lewis watching. I'm going to say this wrong. Aomori, Japan. Amori, Japan. Go Dogs. Monty Lewis, at Monty Lewis. Nice to see you checking in from Japan.
From Japan?
Japan.
Oh, wow.
I've had the.
Well, there you go.
I've been fortunate enough to referee the Hawaii Invitational Tournament, and each year a referee comes over from Japan, and we get to work together. So it's really the sport is talk about picking up in places. Yeah. I'd love to get over there and just to experience it. A lot of the universities have teams, and they'll send 4 or 5 teams to that tournament. And kids just love playing.
No, fastest growing game out there right now, and I mean, why wouldn't it be? Nonstop action.
Games like this.
Everyone's involved. There's a shot!
Top shelf under the crossbar. What number is that for
That
him?
was number 7, Lonsway from the Huskies. We haven't said his name all day.
Pretty. You never know when your number is going to be called. Pretty shot.
High to high. Right over Leibus's head.
7-13 that goal. 7-13 in the fourth.
And it is 12-10.
Brings a tally within 2 for UW, and the UW fans are waking up.
And the Huskies have really, I don't want to hurt them here on the face-off, but this is where they've kind of controlled themselves. Early on, Trey Scott for the Bruins has done a great job here, gaining possession for the Bruins, and that's one of the reasons they were able to get up early in the first quarter.
Yeah,
since then.
Yeah, even when he's not winning the move, he's winning the ground ball.
Right.
So
right, but since then, the Huskies have really controlled this area of the field.
That's a push. That was a push from his own player.
There they are getting there, but there's Scott that we just said, coming up with a big ground ball.
They're putting the brakes on again. Get their offensive guys here. Get set up first.
Guys all over the field.
Maybe not.
Wow.
Maybe not.
No hesitation. I don't know how Coach Bagley felt about that one, but Moeller.
That's Nate Moeller.
Not shy. He's a local product.
Local product out of Loyola High School, and I can honestly say I've known him since he was very, very small. Probably first year I met him when he was a year old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, his dad came up. His dad volunteers in the L.A. area as the chapter.
He's the president of the U.S. Lacrosse
Los
chapter
Angeles
here in Los Angeles.
Chapter president of U.S. Lacrosse, Dan, and they're here. The Moellers are here supporting their son, which rightfully so. A crosstown game for him. In the parent section over there to our left. But good for him. That's his second goal of the day, Coach.
Yeah, number 2. Number 2 in his career. Well, actually, I don't know about number 2 in his career. Second one of the day. Because they've had 2 games this year, but he is a freshman.
He's a freshman, and let's call it the career of the Pac-12 shootout.
That is his second goal in the Pac-12 shootout.
Good pass right there.
Oh.
As the breeze picks up, that's kind of a welcome breeze after the warmth we've had, and folks, we are at the 6:15 mark. 6:15 to go in the fourth quarter. UW has clawed their way back into this. Get the pun there, Coach. Huskies, claw your way back in.
That's a good job. Good job there, Coach.
I'm learning.
I was focused on Milligan's dodge right there against Robertson. That was a good matchup. Every time I put my head down and make some notes, something happens, so I try not to do that anymore.
I have it at 13-10 or 12.
Yeah, 13-10. It's a 3-goal game. Yeah,
okay.
It's a 3-goal game.
It's hard to see from over here. We got a timeout, Washington.
Good timeout.
Looks like 5:46 on the game clock. We're going to take a quick break. Little tribute to our game sponsors today, USC Lacrosse being one of them. One of our up-and-coming, rebuilding, I'll say, programs in the SLC. But we'll take a look, and we'll be right back. And we're back here. Come down under the 5:45 to go in the game. UCLA up 13-10 over Washington. And looks like we got the coaches versus cancer games coming up next. Little weekend of games out there. It's going to be in Henderson, right outside of Las Vegas. And you've got some great matchups, Division I and II matchups, regular games, but all benefiting the American Cancer Society. If you want to learn more about that, you can go to www.emwf, like Eric Michael William Frank.f.org as we return to live action here. Oh, number 9 from Washington takes that shot.
That's Milligan.
James Milligan, yeah.
He's one of their more aggressive Dodgers. Rightly so. I mean, he's a senior.
Got to restart properly here. Yeah, you want to see? I'd love to see UW come out and press right now out of this timeout.
They got to go.
5 minutes to go. I mean,
you gotta
what are you waiting for? You know, go.
There's
there
the look right there.
Oh, you got to turn your head, son.
Hey, but good patience on the shot. You know,
Yeah, I
didn't feel
like the
comfortable
hit
taking
step.
the shot right away.
Yeah.
Gathered himself and then let it rip. We had Coach Brand check in with us. Wow.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
That's a
That
heater
gonna
from
stay.
Milligan from 19. They're being aggressive.
I think he bent that ball.
I mean, that thing was moving. Levis did not see that one coming. But, yeah, Coach Brand from Texas State out in San Antonio checked in with us. He said we sound clear. He didn't say we sound good. He said it's clear.
Michael Brand, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, man.
Hey, but thanks for checking in. There's another good look. Huskies are getting opportunities right now, and there you go.
Oh, we got us a game here,
Wow.
folks.
Got me excited. 21.
13-11.
Fuller just stayed with it, and then found himself wide open again. Good hard cut for his right hand. Puts it right between the 5-hole of Levis. Now, here we go.
4:55 to go. 13-11. Quick shout-out, Jason LaPointe. He said he's getting excited for the U season. Monroe Bearcats lacrosse. Monroe Bearcats. How you doing, Jason? Thanks for following us.
Good luck this year. There's a big face-off right here.
I got Chip.
Scott comes up with the ground ball.
Oh, excuse me, Coach. Woo!
Sorry,
Woo.
go ahead.
He bounced off him. As Washington presses rightfully so. Looks like we're going to timeout UCLA. Timeout UCLA. We're going to stay here. Give a couple more shout-outs. We got Chip Ingrassi, Bits and Pieces, at Bits and Pieces, saying go Dogs. Let's go Bainbridge, boys. Finish. Hashtag finish. Bobby Merriman, catching the game from Norfolk, Virginia.
All right.
Caught a little D1 this morning with the Hampton Lacrosse. Oh, great
How'd
shout
that
out
game
to
go?
Bobby. Bobby, let us know how that
I'd love
went.
to know an update on that Hampton game.
I actually recorded. I don't want to know, but I do want to know. I do want to know because that is let us know. Somebody
Coach,
let us know.
We got a Hampton Cup here on our.
Let's
the
give
booth.
it to you. Just so you know, I'm representing here at the booth. My mom, rest her soul, went to Hampton, so I know she'd be real happy to know that her son's favorite sport. Thanks, Coach. We'll get you guys a shot of our cup there. But yeah, way to go, Pirates out there. And somebody will tweet at us with the score here.
So here we are, 13-11. We're under 5. Bruins call a timeout, so the Bruins will have the ball. But the Huskies are not going away. Huskies have put up 8 here in the second half. They had 3 the entire first half.
Whew.
Vice versa. Well, actually, you know, the Bruins have been pretty even, pretty consistent throughout the day. Scored 8 in the first half. They have 5 here in the second half. And there's a lot of time. I mean, we said that when the fourth quarter started. I'm still saying that.
There is a lot of time. We return back to live action here.
And this was one of the matchups that we've been talking about all day. Neasley versus Medzigian. And they're getting after it right now. I have a feeling Coach Bagley told Neasley not to throw the ball to anyone because that's his number one guy. And they're going to want him to have the ball on his stick.
Oh, we got a flag down far side of the field. We didn't catch that. Sorry.
Is that on Medzigian?
I heard a cross check on White. Can't see the number from here, but I think it is.
Mazikian.
Yep.
I think it's going to be number 1. It's smart. You know, Coach Bagley comes out of that timeout, tells Neasley to, hey, you're our guy. We want the ball on your stick. Only moving on if you have to. And he felt good about his matchup and went to the goal and drew the penalty. And we do have an update here on the
Give it to me slow. Give it to me slowly.
I don't know how to do it. How slow?
Okay.
20-3.
It came up a little short.
20-3, they came up a little short.
But I tell you what,
it's a
they've
great
come
start.
a long way.
Great day. Great day for lacrosse.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen that story, look it up on ESPN's feeds. I think it might be on their YouTube feeds or something. But what an incredible story. The young man that wanted to start that program passed away. His mom, found this letter he wrote to the school administration and followed through with it. Found Coach Carter, who I had the pleasure of meeting a few years back at the USL convention, and see Washington come down here. Just a really great story. So great job, Hampton. You guys just keep it up. Keep pushing forward. Everyone's pulling for you in the Lax community.
Back to the game here. Huskies get a stop on man down and actually almost get one. Poldy comes up with a GB, finds his teammate open for a shot. Good hard slide here. I don't know if this is going to be a turnover or not.
Got a push call there.
Push.
There's the push we missed earlier.
Yeah, goes back to the Huskies. Huskies down 2, closest they've been since I believe the score was 3-1. They got within 3 earlier, but have never gotten within 2. And here we go, trying to get within 1 is Milligan. He has been nonstop.
3:09 on the clock. There's plenty of time here. 3:09.
Got to get some off-ball movement up top. There's the inside move. Great save by Levis.
Get on this ground ball. Get on the ground ball.
There's a shot.
Is he in? Are the feet good? Backside
That's a
official.
tough one call. That's a tough call. We can't see the crease line from here.
Backside official.
I think it's going to be a push. I agree with the push. It might be a no-goal push with possession.
No, goal is good. Push will be wiped off.
Goal is good.
Goal is good. How he got into the crease, so they're saying he was pushed into the crease. Goal is good.
And I don't even know who got that one. It was either Meyer. I think it was Meyer. Number 5 got that one. Or is Poldy, number 27.
The uneducated fan here at the 2:48 mark in the quarter, letting the referees know they disagree. But that was a good call. Goal is good. Push call. It's wiped out. We're all even here.
Sun is straight in our face here.
We'll check with the tape.
Notch.
Which way? Which
wow,
way?
that's
which
a Bruin.
way?
It looks like
Stay
it's
in
a
UCLA
Bruins ball.
Yep. Up for 30 seconds. Down by 1 goal. Here we are live at the Pac-12 SLC game of the week at the Pac-12 shootout. And this one really is shaping up. Andrew Lennox Jr., you said it. It is shaping up to be a great game. He's rooting for HU Lax.
If I'm the Huskies, I'm looking at Milligan and Dak. I've been saying their name all day. You got Milligan, Poldy, and Dak up top in the 3-3. No play, just move the ball. Let the ball do the work.
Freelance here, yeah. It's a good job, though. They're keeping UCLA moving. Oh, what a great shot. Oh!
Great action here. Great save by Levis.
Too great. Well, and the penalty's released, but they still get a shot here.
Hey, Huskies ball.
Backside.
Might call a timeout here if you're the Huskies. Make sure you get the right personnel on. You're at 1 minute mark right now.
1 minute.
Like Milligan with the deep, great lift.
Great dig, lift. Can they get the ground ball, though? Oh, good relocation.
And there's your timeout. And there's your timeout.
Much to the dismay of that attackman that caught that ball, he was going to go.
I think it's a great timeout.
Yeah.
I don't think they had anything there. I actually don't mind them not calling the timeout when the Bruins were able to fight off their man-down situation.
Right.
Because Milligan had their short-stick matchup. He's been one of their stronger Dodgers today. It was a great lift by the Bruins D-Mitty. Get that ball on the ground.
Yeah, and thanks, Coach Malone here already mentioned that score, but thanks Bobby Merriman for tweeting that in as well. Hampton Pirates, Robert Wesleyan. But he also said shout out to UGA Lax, 4-0 this season, so they must have won earlier today.
So the Georgia Bulldogs?
I think so. Yeah, UGA. Yep, it's got to be Georgia.
4-0.
4-0.
Keep it going.
I've got a score just recently from the Cal State San Marcos game. They're up 17-8. Let's peruse some of the. That's San Marcos over Biola. Excuse me, 17-8. My old school Syracuse won today in their home opener, showing the new unis.
I'm going to jump on the MCLA site here.
That's probably not a bad idea. See what's going on.
See what we can get.
I was not aware that the Lady Trojans were home today. Right down the road here, USC women's team, NCAA. Looks like they won their game. Here we go, folks. 48 seconds to go. Washington down by 1. Hold on to what got you here.
Attack the D-middies. Here's number 7. He had one here in the 4th. Good hitch. Good hitch move.
Great save. Woo! Great save.
Now they got to clear it.
If they can clear this.
Now they got to clear it.
Good hustle, Washington. Good hustle. Wow. Better hustle by 27, Jordan Robertson. Patrick Henry High School, San Diego product, and you got UCLA using its timeout. Down to 12 seconds. 12 seconds, folks. UCLA is still up by 1. 12 seconds to go in this final game of our doubleheader here. Once again, thanks to TVX Video Crew here. Chris Malone next to me. I'm Matt Holman. We're here. Great day lacrosse. Earlier we covered the ASU Oregon State game, which you can find on our YouTube channel. You're already on it, so you'll see it there.
We've had some good games on the SLC game of the week.
This first
right?
couple
UNLV, UNLV 11-10 over San Diego State.
Yeah.
ASU,
good stuff.
10-7 over Oregon State. Now here we are, 13-12. Bruins over the Huskies with 12 seconds to go. 3 games, 2 of them been probably going to be 1-goal games.
Yeah, I mean
and the third was.
I'm guessing by my calculations, if you don't dislodge this ball by 9 seconds, you're not going to have enough time to
But
get
we
down
do
to
have
the
another new rule. We have another new rule.
And
we've been talking about new rules today.
Well, we almost saw it in the UNLV game.
Yep.
As long as you get that shot off, folks, the rule now is
just get it off.
Just if that shot
like
leaves
basketball.
your stick, that if it goes in, it counts. Yeah, just like basketball. Out of your stick head, it's great. So you got a double team here on the end line. Washington's trying its best.
Neasley's got some wheels.
Yeah, he really.
And you don't need to keep it in, right?
No, he does not. There's no concern there. There's no stalling concern, and that's it.
And there you go. And there you have it.
UCLA gets its first win of the season at its hosting event. So
they're 1-0 in the Pac-12 shootout this year.
I tell you, that's a great. We all, even Twitter Nation was everybody was lulled to sleep there in the first half, and then really turned out to be quite a ball game. So hats off to Washington and hats off to UCLA. Congrats to UCLA on the victory. Closing thoughts, Coach Malone.
I think if you're the coaching staff and the players for the Bruins, you got to look at your goal play, your goaltending. Liebes came up with some huge saves. Yeah, he gave up 12, but he made some nice saves,
right?
Especially towards the end there. And for the Huskies, look, you found out a lot about yourself. A guy like Dak, as a freshman, he just made a number of plays. He had 3 goals. You got a guy, Poldy, had 4, 5. Poldy had 5. So, look, I think
you got players.
Yeah, both teams, hey, it's tough to lose the close ones, but once again, better to lose in February than it is to lose in any other month.
Right.
And you learn a lot. You can learn a lot. Both squads will learn a lot from this game, but I would have to give the game ball to Liebes. Even though he gave up 12, I thought he made some big saves there towards the end. And for the Huskies, Dak would be my player of the game for them, just because he was doing so many different things out there, offense, defense. It's just all over the field.
Right.
So great game. And hopefully everybody stayed with us the full 60 minutes.
Yeah, so we'll wrap it up here from UCLA campus during the 9th annual Pac-12 shootout. On behalf of Chris Malone, I'm Matt Holman for the SLC Network, we'll call ourselves.
That works.
Thanks again, Ted, Lewis, TVX Video, our game sponsors, USC Lacrosse, the Alex Archie Foundation, Israel Lacrosse. And we're going to sign off here, and hopefully you'll see us next week, Sunday, 1 p.m. We'll go on the air about 12:50. USC down at San Diego State.